He's an entertainer, comedian, radio star. Willy De Wit. He's done it all. But in his own words, he went down a dark rabbit hole that included addiction to drugs, job losses, and finally a stroke that almost ended it all. Willy De Wit joins me now. Willy, hello.
Leah. Hi, hon.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's a very reflective day, given the enormity of it and everything else. But I've been from where to where, and it's like kind of like redemption now, or like there's a calm that's here with me that there never used to be, and 8 years clean now, which is great.
Yeah. Willy, can we, my love, because you and I have known each other for many years, and we worked together in the radio days. But before we get to 2016, I wanted to go back a little bit further, and I was thinking about, and I watched some skits today just to remind me of the genius. Can we talk about your comedy, especially the funny business aspect, the funny business show?
Thank you, Leah. Yeah. Look, sure. I mean, in a lot of ways, without blowing my proverbial trumpet, we were literally like the first sort of real stand-up group in the mid to late 80s that were doing kind of funny comedy. Not the Billy Tears and Peter Rowleys and McPhail and Gadsby's, but the sort of like sketch comedy by a bunch of young people. And initially we had like a packed room of 3 people. Then it got to 4, then it got to 6, and then to 8, and the word started travelling. There was this group that was really funny, doing funny observational things. And by the end of the year, we had a residency at the Windsor Castle back in those days.
Oh, my gosh.
And people had gone from like sitting up, folding their arms, doing that whole make me laugh adage, and then becoming more in tune with it. And we just sort of fell into like with them, and they were us, because they got the thing was apolitical and just and funny. And then we got approached by TV and after about 2 years, and they asked us about doing a show, which we did. And it was basically the first real sketch show that New Zealand had that was devoid of all those other things. And the rest is history. We won awards and did all those things, and went on to an inglorious career doing funny business stuff. So it's just from Norman the Mormon to all the other classics that were there.
Norman the Mormon.
Norman the Mormon. I got a bike, it's a mean machine. I get a raw sore ass. The Lord is my Vaseline. That was the line. And you know what?
Willy,
the head of the women's church at the time wrote to us specially to say he loved the actual when it was on TV. He loved it. So that was very. I think I was saved that day.
Brilliant. Willy, can we talk then about radio? Because then I met you in the 90s, wasn't it? 1990s, around there. And mid to late. And we were in radio together. And, you held a very, a prestigious show for quite some time on Hauraki. And, I mean, you had some great times. But can we talk about, is that kind of when you started to kind of go down the very dark rabbit hole?
Look, all holes open, no holes barred. I suffered from depression from a very early stage of my life, from about 15 on. I remember sitting at school at lunchtime, bawling my eyes out, not knowing why I was crying. And of course there was the stigma of depression. It wasn't a recognised thing. And I remember then in my 20s being taken to the doctor to get some quote unquote happy pills, and just told to harden up. Like what the, and although that sort of leveled things out a little bit, there was that constant reminder of all that. So when I hit the 90s, things weren't great with my marriage. We ended up splitting, which broke my heart. But it was just like that recurring aspect of and the self-loathing is palpable. It's like there's no positive. It's all just negative, and it's just so demeaning and destructive. And I wasn't doing with that as well. So instead of like getting real help, I thought I'd do a really good thing by drinking more. So that's really intelligent, and that really didn't help things at all. And of course, no slide would be complete without drug addiction. So that was the next thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it was meth, was it, Willie?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that feeling of invincibility was there for about the first hour, and then it was like cutting away, and then it was I decided to have more again and again and again. And so I did. And that justification was like still the self-loathing aspect, still, that self-hate, but it was like, I deserve this. This is what I'm doing. I deserve this because this is what I did. And it's my fault, and I've hurt people and hurt my family, and it's all me. It's my fault. And that negativity just carried on and on and on and on, out of control.
Yeah. So, okay, can you tell us about the day of what happened in 2016, of the day of your stroke?
Look, sure. It's in the book. Drink, Smoke, Snort, Stroke, by the way, available on Something Press. No, literally, I sort of back away from the dark corner. I was virtually meth-free. I had some a week before, but I was in this like, you've got to do it, you've got to make a change. And I did. And I remember at night, it was about 10 o'clock, I had I was alcohol-free, I had a cup of tea, and then I put it down, and I fell to the ground, and sort of amused, shocked, going, what the hell? And I stood up again, and I collapsed again, and no pain, I blacked out. Now, the whole thing with strokes is, fast, face, arms, speech, time, and I literally was, the sooner you're seen, the less of a chance you have of being really badly affected. I was found 10 hours later.
Oh gosh.
In my apartment, barely alive, and rushed to hospital, and was told I had to my family, my wife, and my friends that I had 24 hours to make it happen, to live, and that if I made it 48, it'd be a miracle. Then about halfway through that 24 hours, they said that there was a bleed, they couldn't find it. I had a bleed in my brain, and they couldn't find it, and it was down to sort of like minutes of me surviving. And in the 11th hour, they found the bleed, stopped it, and that was that. So after a year in hospital of that whole basic premise of being able to say my name, and because your body the whole time is like, it's your electrodes are going round and round and round, and just trying to get that semblance of some order in your mind, but it was so just infinitely basic. It was like, and I would actually be going like, hello, Willie, how are you? I am Willie. Hello. It was like that, seriously. And although there was a lot of empathy and a lot of sympathy, it was like bloody hard to actually handle. And of course, enough now to realise halfway through that my left side was dormant, which is like my left leg and left arm. And so we're terms with that, and being told I'd never walk again, which was a red flag to a blue boom. What's it called again? A red flag to a boom. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I was determined to make that happen. I eventually went from wheelchair after a year in hospital from North Shore to Carrington, then to Laura Ferguson. No longer with us, of course.
Oh my God.
And boy, I got some stories for you. Anyway, it was just like cathartic in that sense too, of getting that sort of motion and that coming back and being able to communicate well. But this is a 9-year job. Yeah, this has taken that time for it to happen.
Yeah.
It's been an incredibly, hugely life-changing thing. Am I grateful? Yes. Am I realistic? Yes. Do I have limitations? Yes. Am I determined to help those limitations and accept them? Yes. But it takes time. And the key word I learned out of everything, my friend, is patience.
Patience. Gosh, which is it's a virtue, isn't it? And I'm not good at it.
Yeah, absolutely.